लुबांशी from CA to digital marketer. मतलब कैसे?
I never wanted to do chartered accountancy for one. I had this thing in mind that once
you need to take care of your company also, at the same time you need to take care of the LinkedIn also. So at that time, how did you handle stress and pressure?
I'll batch out the entire week's content on Sundays. I'll just know what is supposed to go out so that I do not have to think that what is that I'm supposed to do today.
आप एक स्टार्टअप को क्या टिप्स और क्या टेक्निक्स दोगे if they want to grow their business?
Know your buyer, know your target customer. So you have to make your customer discovery as go in detail with them, get into conversations with them. For example, hi everyone, this is Lubhanshi Garg, a digital marketing consultant and founder of Stella Brands. It's a digital marketing agency which provides growth services to startups to grow and market themselves with the right approaches and holistic strategies.
Great. So when did you start this startup?
This is not actually a startup, it's rather an agency, and I started it officially in January 2022. But unofficially, it has been almost 9 to 10 months of it being running successfully.
Okay, so you want to be entrepreneur. So this idea you were having when you were in your college days, school days, or how this idea pop up in your mind?
Okay, so I have a really great interest into startups. And I was a chartered accountancy student earlier. Okay. So I never went to a college. I went for chartered accountancy. After my intermediate got over, we got an orientation course that is through ICAI, and they introduced us to what startups actually are. And then there was pandemic. Everyone locked inside the houses, which led us to our own researches. And I researched and did all the things and went into startup. That's how my career started. That I started up as a marketing intern and an edtech startup in India. Then further, it led to me getting a bit promoted, and then I wanted to do something of my own. So I had a passion for marketing, so I went for a marketing agency. Alongside that, that is not just all. We are also working upon an idea for singers, though it's not completely stitched, so I cannot tell a lot about it. But there is an idea which will be launching in August.
Okay, I'm waiting for it, and all the best for that. So,
thank you.
Lubhanshi from CA to digital marketer. मतलब कैसे?
Okay, that's a pretty amazing story. That I never wanted to do chartered accountancy for one. I had this thing in mind that once I'll clear my +2, I was a person who always had a very straight career path. Out of all the students in my class or in my school, I had a very simple, straight career path. Top +2, get into SRCC, get a job, or probably do an MBA, get a job, you are set for life. That was my career plan. My career plan got ditched at the SRCC moment. That I did not get into SRCC because my percentage in English was not that good, which led to a downfall of my entire percentage. So I did not get into SR. My entire family background is for chartered accountancy, so that was the very obvious choice of chartered accountancy.
Okay.
I started doing it, all right, gave the first test, gave the second test, cleared them. And then I knew I do not want to do this. I had to walk off from this or else I'll be stuck for life. So at that moment, I started researching. My writing was always very good. I write very nice pieces. So I started going for competitions, some writing competitions. And that is when I started looking for what is writing. Can writing be pursued as a career? That is how I entered blogging and then a lot of marketing other streams.
Okay, great journeys. So Lubhanshi, like जब आपको starting में आपका first project मिला, like what was the experience at that time? How did you feel, and What about it?
Okay, so I clearly remember how I got my first project. I was looking for being a founder because I was working in a startup. I was working as a senior outreach associate in a startup, and I was like, I want to do a startup. I want to be at that position where my co-founder is, like where that founder is or co-founder is. So what I started doing was I created out of list of ideas that I had. Now I want it to be implemented. So I started looking how to get startup jobs on Google, how to get startup jobs, or how to look for a co-founder, and all that research went in. And I got introduced to this very nice platform named Founders Nation.
Yes.
I got introduced to that. I made up a profile, a nice profile, and there was just one person I reached out to. The name of the noble guy was Peter.
Okay.
He is from Europe, Germany, and I got introduced to that guy. And at that moment, I got ill, so we were not able to have a conversation. We postponed the conversation, and I got a outreach inbound from another guy named David, and I had a talk with him. I selected him as my co-founder, and when I had a conversation with Peter, I denied him that I won't be able to join in because I've already invested up my time there. So he said, could you work for me as a marketer? You can handle my marketing division. And I was like, okay, let me think about it.
Okay.
That is how I got my first client. That has been my longest client, my best client till now. And he's still there. Today, I had a conversation just before this meeting with him. And I was telling him it's been an year we have been together. We started up in June, 15th June was the day I sent him my contract, and he signed it and gave it back to me. So yeah, it's been a year and 10 days.
Yeah, or you got your client so easily, and that's a great thing because people use it for lead generation.
That was luck working up for me.
Okay.
Well, my second client had a lot of leads in it.
Okay. So when you told about the startups co-founder, I can relate, very much to this. So basically, I started my internship in second year. Lockdown was there, and I was, I don't want to scroll on Instagram. I want to do something productive. I was damn sure about it. So what I start looking for, I start searching on Google that what I can do, be a student. Like how can I earn money, or how can I sharp my skills, what I can do. So I came across the word internship. Then I go for it. Then, I applied on Internshala. I started my first internship in HR. So basically it was 6 months internship. Then again, I go to another company, then another. So being an intern, I realized that I don't want to be that person who keep changing her companies from one company to another company. That like I want to be a person who can settle down in one company and can bring productivity in one company. And at that time, I was sure that being an employee also, I don't want to change my companies after 5 years, after 6 years, because when I used to go through resume, I found that people used to change their companies. Then I thought that what I can do. Then I just, joined Winsple. I joined here as an HR, and then I bring my 100% to this company. I worked very hard on it, and lockdown was there. So after looking at my hard work, founder told me that, okay, why don't you work with us as a full-time employee? Like being a student, it was tough for me to decide what I want to do. So but I told them yes, because it was lockdown, classes were online, exams were online. So we know how we study and how we give exams. So I told them yes, okay, let's go for full time. Then after 2 months of full time, they told me that, okay, after looking at your work, the way you're bringing the productivity ideas, why don't you join us as a co-founder? So it was a great thing for me because company was well established, everything was good, and at the same time, I was very deep into the company. I learned each and everything. And then I realized that, okay, being an intern, we can do a lot of things. And I also realized that many of the people don't know the internship word right now. And at the same time, Google don't give you that, information like which is relevant. Like sometimes HR don't get back to you, and students get demotivated and many other things. So I wrote a book, Rich in Turn. So what I mean when I say rich in turn, because I am rich in knowledge, in skills, and all other things, because I covered journey from intern to co-founder in less than 1 year. And right now also I just completed my graduation few days back. And so when you told startup co-founder, I was like, yeah, I can relate to it, how it feels. So I think it's so relatable. So tell.
You have written a book. I've been trying to write a book from like last 2 months, and I haven't been able to sit down and actually write. And it's a great feat accomplished. I would just say that these things, it's a great feat accomplished, writing a book.
Yeah, and right now I'm going in another book, like I'm writing my another book, and it's going to publish I think in first week of July, I guess. So I'm just into it. So basically, Lubhanshi, if we say in our both cases, hard work pays.
Exactly. Hard work, you cannot take away hard work from someone. If someone has learned a skill, that is something my mom says. People can take away anything from you. They can take away your money, they can take away your credits, but they cannot take away your skill, your knowledge, and your hard work, your preservation. They cannot take it away.
Exactly. And secondly, I want to congratulate you on being a participant of LinkedIn program.
Thank you.
So
I did not expect it. It was just, I was looking at a lot of I was scrolling through this LinkedIn and engaging with people, and there's this lady on my network named Krisha. She is director of a SaaS company for India, and she had posted up that LinkedIn has invited me to be a part of creative program. And I look up to Krisha a lot. Then I scrolled down, and there was another lady named Shubhangi who has posted up the same thing. And I was like, what is this program everyone's posting about? I went up to Google, searched, read through. There were a lot of programs going. There was a creator program, there was a creator accelerator program, and a lot of other programs that were going on. And that is how I reached upon Creator Accelerator program. And this was a very long application process. In the end, you have to submit a video. This was the entire application process. I went through the first question. Every question was all right, but there were 3 questions in which 2 of them you had a limit that it should be at least these many words. And I am a person who writes very concisely. That was the hardest task, to increase the length of a text. And I messaged Krisha, I messaged Shubhangi that what do they want us to write? And Krisha replied back to me according to her understanding that I believe this is what they mean. And after a few days after I have submitted it, she came back and said, okay, now I know what that means. It means this. And I said, I've already submitted the application. Okay. And then I got first of all, they sent us a confidential email about telling us about us getting in. And I was like, oh my God, I got selected. How is that even possible?
Okay, so
and on 17th we launched it out, and I was so happy to get in a program with Krisha. And then I got to know there were many people just like Krisha, and even people who Krisha look up to. I was like overwhelmed. For the very first week, I was literally just it was an overwhelming week. A lot of message requests, a lot of follow requests, reconnection requests, a lot of messages to go through, a lot of conversations happening with these creators, with other people. And then you have to keep up your content journey as well. You can't leave it. You have other work commitments. And we were like, okay, this is gonna be the new normal now.
So what did you learn till now from that program? Because it's still going on.
Yes, it's third week is going on currently, and we have had sessions with some amazing creators like Radhika Gupta and Ankur Wariku. So so far we have learned, number one, consistency does pay off. Algorithm does not know who Priya is or who Lubhanshi is. It just knows there's this person who's pushing in content every day, and they will somehow pick it up if you're adding constant value. That is one thing. And number two, authenticity. You cannot, I would say, authenticity is the key, would be an understatement. Consistency could, at a moment, consistency is obviously different for different people. For some people, consistency is 3 times a week. For some, it is daily, and for me, it is 5 times a week. So we push out content 5 times a week, off on Saturday and Sunday. So consistency may be different, but authenticity is more or less same. That you have to present the real you, not something else that I'm picturing someone else. All right, I can take inspiration from them. I can get ideas from them. I could read something somewhere and get it off. But at the end of the day, it's me who's writing it. I'll put in my words, I'll put in my thoughts, I'll put in everything that I want to put in up. So that has been a week.
Great. So like you must be feel, like somewhere lot of pressure, like you need to take care of your company also, at the same time you need to take care of the LinkedIn also. So at that time, how did you handle stress and pressure?
Okay, so that is a question. Yesterday I had a LinkedIn live, and I had LinkedIn live with one of our Lee Cap, like LinkedIn accelerator person only, Udit Goenka. With him, I asked him the same thing, that you have two such amazing companies, and then there's a content generation, content creation. How do you handle pressure? I'll add his answer as well. His answer was use of softwares, you planning out. And for me, it has been that I can batch out content. I do not put up content that I'll think of it every morning and then in the evening I'll put out content usually in the evening around 7:30. So it is not like that for me. For me, I'll batch out the entire week's content on Sundays and then schedule it probably. And even if I'm not scheduling it, I'll just know what is supposed to go out, so that I do not have to think that what is that I'm supposed to do today. I used to do that back when I wasn't that very consistent or focused. I used to wake up every morning, look around, and then I would post something which I notice around me. But now it has been very consistent, very thought upon process, that all right, I want to push out 2 videos, I want to push out 1 newsletter, I want to push out 1 LinkedIn live, and then 2 of them could be anything. 2 of them could be me sharing my journey or something, but even that is planned out on Sunday, so that my emotions throughout the week do not affect the content I'm pushing out. That is how I've managed it.
Great.
Creating content in batches.
Great, that's quite impressive. So how do you see LinkedIn as a social media tool?
LinkedIn as a social media platform. I don't see LinkedIn as a social media platform. I see it as a door to opportunities, to whatever you want to wish for, you get it.
Yes.
It is like I started out. How was I being able to start up my agency, or how did I met my co-founder for the idea I'm currently working upon? That co-founder has been the best co-founder I've found till today, and I hope he would be the one that I'll be going forward with. So I found my co-founder, I found my idea, I found my business, I found everything that I wished for from LinkedIn, and I believe that is what I would say for LinkedIn. That is a door for me for everything that I have ever wished for. You say clients, I got clients from LinkedIn. Yes. You say business, I got business from LinkedIn. You say network, I got network from LinkedIn. You say friends, I got friends from LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's true, because I think LinkedIn is a platform that is more about business, and because other platforms are more about entertainment and all of the things, but LinkedIn is all about business and sharing your thoughts. So it's like this one business connects with another business, and we can get the leads, we get the clients, we get our founders, co-founders, we get our business friends, and etc. Like we are meeting right now here.
Exactly. I've not only got business friends, but I've got some personal friends as well who have like, we've met in person and it was like, all right, where were you till today?
Okay.
Like that, we've traveled across India to meet at a particular point. For example, my co-founder, he's from somewhere near Raipur. So when we first met, we traveled off to Delhi to meet each other, and I was like, okay, where were you all this time? I was looking for you. So that has been quite a journey. LinkedIn has been a gold mine.
Okay. So Lubhanshi, if someone wants to become a digital marketer, what are some tips and techniques you would tell them?
Okay, becoming a digital marketing consultant. I hope someone would have recorded this video when I was doing it. So, being a digital marketing consultant, first of all, it requires knowledge of the industry you're going to work in. For example, I did not had any niche. I did not had any skills of that sort. Like I had very basic, minimal skills, but not actual skills, which I could even when I looked up. There was a time that we were creating out welcome email. We were creating out a drip campaign for Peter, and he said, "You have charted out a drip campaign back when you started." And we fetched it out, and I looked at it. He was on a call with me, and I was like, "Who wrote this? This is not me." And he was like, "You wrote this."
Okay.
That is how poor I was. That experience does matter, but if you're just starting out, what I would say is grasp as much knowledge as you can. And even if you think you have the skills, do not stop learning. This usually happens that in digital marketing, that's a very nice profession that everyone has something to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say do not stop learning, for one. Number two, second tip I would say is empathize. That's the best thing you can do as a digital marketer and to grow very, very quickly. The golden bullet or the silver bullet, silver bullet it is. The silver bullet would be empathize. Put yourself in the shoes of the customer you're writing it for, or you're producing whatever you're producing it for, and think what will make you click that purchase button, or what will make you put that thing into your cart, or what will make you buy that program which you are getting somewhere else for almost the same price or the lower price. Just empathize, and whatever clicks to you that, all right, this is the reason I would buy this, put that thing up. That is the thing customers are looking for. So that is the thing. And never consider yourself an expert. I never said I'm an expert because I'm learning. And it was just yesterday I registered up for another course. This is the thing that has been really important for my journey, for my learning, that I did not stop learning. As soon as I used to get an invoice, for example, I got my payment yesterday. So what I'll do is a chunk of it will go to the side for my learning. I'll purchase books with it, I'll purchase courses with it, I'll do whatever I want to do for my own learning. And then the rest part will go on the expenses or probably food.
Great. Yeah, like you told, sharpen your skills. I think internship is the best thing to sharpen your skills.
Yes.
Exactly. Because
just to start with, internships do give a very nice opportunity. But even during internships, you need to look up for two things. I started out as an unpaid intern. It was I would say, work they saw that I put in, that they gave me incentive. But I know a lot of people who were working under me, they did not even get an incentive. And what they were getting were peanuts, literally peanuts. So there's just two things that I would say, if you're going for an internship to start up, is, for one, look up for the team culture, what they have. Mm-hmm. They do not really exploit you. Exactly. Just because you do not know the skills, they do not give you a chance to exploit. It does not give them the right to exploit your talent. Even you are a human. And number two, look if you are growing. There's a lot of times this happens that you're doing same repetitive work. It's like, I remember in my very first internship, what I did was picking up websites from schools, uh, picking up the email from a website and then putting it in my Gmail account and sending the send button for the email. That email was already drafted and I had to do it over and over again for the entire day. Pick up the emails, the content for the email is already ready for you. You have to copy it, paste it. It was just copy paste. What I was doing was copy C, copy, control C, control V with my mouse. That's it. Nothing else. Could you imagine how mind numbing that could be? It is then you have to voice up yourself that, all right, this is not just what I want to do. I want to try up things, go up with the ideas to them. And if they listen to you, you are in the right place to stay.
I think I'm in lucky in this case because I have already searched a lot about it. And yes, startup is the best to start an internship, because in startup you learn from roots. Like if you go into MNC or any other company, big company, they just give you one script and you need to follow that. But when you're in startup, you are able to discover each and every department. For example, when I started my internship, I've joined it as an HR, but at the same time I go for public relations, I go for digital marketing, I go for content writing, graphic designing, so that I can discover each and every department, so that in future I don't regret, okay Priya, you should go for graphic designing, इसमें ज़्यादा scope है. Priya, you should go for digital marketing because people used to say इसमें ज़्यादा पैसा है. So I just research about each and every department. I really worked in each and every department. Then apart from my internship, I used to go for part-time internship into different companies to learn about other things. And I think that's the thing where I learned a lot. I sharpened my skills, and I think that is the main reason which is the reason for my journey from intern to co-founder in less time. So yeah, startup is a great thing. Secondly, you told the things to look, like yeah, it's very important to check that whether you're growing into your company or not. For example, I always usually take the meets with my intern. I used to tell them, okay, you were doing this for 1 week, what did you learn, and now what you want to do. Even I tell them that, okay, if you want to go and find out about other department, leave your work for 2 to 3 days, go and learn about other department, so that you don't regret in future that, okay, I didn't do this. Go do whatever you want to do. And when they reply with such a smile, and when they say, okay Priya, I want to go for it, I feel so happy. Though there are some interns who used to say, nahi, hame apna hi karna hai, we don't want to overburden, but they don't understand this is a time they have to learn, they need to upgrade themselves, so that in future they can be in better position. Because कोई भी एक ऐसी कंपनी नहीं है जो इंटर्नशिप एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करती सीवी पे. इंटर्नशिप बहुत ही कॉमन हो गया है. एंड again I would same thing I tell to my all the interns, जो करना है करो, यही फेस है, सीख लो, बाद में रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आ जाती हैं. लोग बोलते हैं कि लर्निंग इज अ लाइफ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, बट कहीं ना कहीं पे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आ जाती हैं, हमें कहीं ना कहीं कुछ शिफ्ट करना पड़ जाता है. सो आई टेल देम, सीख लो जितना सीखना है. And that's what I just tell all of them. Okay, so Lubhanshi, आप एक स्टार्टअप को क्या टिप्स और क्या टेक्निक्स दोगे if they want to grow their business?
If they want to grow their business, so startup के लिए tips if they want to grow their business. So number 1, know your buyer, know your target customer. A lot of time, and I have been into startups for almost a year now, year and a half. I will not decline my experience. I've been in startups for a year and a half, and I've seen startups fail as well. And the major reason that I could pinpoint for a startup's failure is they do not know their customer, what their customer is looking for. What they know is, all right, you talk to 4 people, 4 out of 4 people, 2 people said, make XYZ, they made XYZ. But what about the 100 people who are behind them, behind, let's say, third and fourth person who said something else? that product is not fit for them, right? So you have to make your customer discovery as go in detail with them, get into conversations with them. For example, we are currently making a startup for singers, right? So me and my co-founder, if collectively we are talking, we have talked to almost 300 plus singers from all types of places. They range from different age groups. They range right from 16 years old to 40-year-old, and they range from uh, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Assam to Gujarat. And we have seen people cry on the call. We've literally seen people cry on the call just because their parents didn't allow them to sing or to get in front of a camera, to put their videos out, or whatever may the reason be. But we have seen people cry. And when you see those people cry, a target audience cry, that is when you get, all right, this is something that I want to make. And these are the people I'm going to help. And that is how you get a right product. And right now we are so confident about the product. We are building up a community of singers, just to, we'll launch our MVP in August, like I said, a full-blown MVP with the right type of what they require, a way to earn money, a way to earn recognition. We'll get that. And that is how they are going to get benefited. And that once we get our market fit, we got a customer discovery done, that these are our customers. After 25, what happens is, usually in India especially, after 25, if a girl is into singing, her parents will force her to drop her. Most of the parents will force her to drop her singing and get married, or get a job and get married. That is what happens with girls. And when it comes to guys, what happens is their parents will force them to get a stable job. Do not go for peanuts, going in events for 3 or 4K. Get a proper job and settle down.
Exactly.
And after 30, it's your own mindset shift. You by yourself realize, all right, enough of this singing. I wasn't able to do anything, all right. I have responsibilities to take care of. I have parents to take care of. I have, if they're married, I have spouse to take care of. I have children to take care of. And they will somehow go for something which does not have their heart. So that is the pain point. You see, you identify the pain point, identify the customers, identify what is it that will entice that emotion. Currently, at the moment, I am working upon putting up the content, putting up the messaging that we want for these people, for more people like these, because we have talked to 100, 300 people. There would be a lot of 300s.
True.
So how do I get to all those 300s is, when I talked to these people, all of them were from different diversified backgrounds, like stark comparisons were there among them. Some of them just knew English, while some of them did not understand a word of English. So we had to talk to them in their own, and they'll have a lot of replicas of themselves. So getting the right messaging out, by empathizing, by knowing what are the pain points these different audiences have, we have to create such sort. That is the tip I would give to every startup founder, is that you do your customer journey, take your time into your customer discovery. If your customer discovery is done right, you are halfway done. And second thing is personal brand. I cannot emphasize on the personal brand thing. Get a personal brand, build a personal brand somehow. And the best platform at the moment to build a personal brand is TikTok and LinkedIn. TikTok is banned in India, so let's get to LinkedIn, because it is the only platform that is providing you the maximum reach.
Yes.
For as against other platforms, and has not been polarized yet. Rest other platforms are polarized. They're somehow, the reach is decreasing. If you go to Facebook, don't even get me started over there. Instagram, the reach is decreasing every day. Yes, it does work. I'm not saying it does not work. It does work, but the reach of LinkedIn is the best.
Great.
1 follower on LinkedIn is equals to 40 followers on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube, okay.
That is what one of our mentors from LinkedIn Accelerator said. It was Nas who said this from Nas Academy. A very first session, it was an inaugural session, and he literally said 1 follower on LinkedIn is equals to 40 followers on YouTube.
Great. Like you highlight one important thing कि अभी भी on larger level we can say that there are certain changes in the living of women or men, but अगर हम lower level पे देखें ना, अभी भी there are certain people who are still expecting कि शादी कर दो, 24 की हो गई है, 25 की
बहुत लोग हैं,
और इस चक्कर में आई थिंक बॉयज पे भी प्रेशर जाता है, बिकॉज अभी भी भाई जो स्मॉलर लेवल की सोसाइटी है, दे स्टिल बिलीव कि ठीक है उसको सेटल होना है लड़के को इतनी उम्र तक, बिकॉज नहीं तो शादी नहीं होगी, वो नहीं होगा। क्यों अभी लार्जर लेवल पे हम देखें तो काफी चेंज आ चुका है, एंड आई एम ग्लैड, बट अभी आई थिंक लोअर लेवल पे अभी भी चेंज आना है। लोअर लेवल पे मैन और फीमेल के लिए इक्वल आई थिंक स्ट्रेस है। अगर फीमेल इज लाइक क्लोथिंग एंड ऑल अदर थिंग्स, तो मैन के ऊपर भी है कि यार अगर सेटल्ड नहीं हुआ तो उम्र निकल जाएगी, सेटल सरकारी नौकरी करेगा, yeah, exactly.
All these things happen. Yes, there's a stark difference. Not even in lower societies, I would say. Even in the middle, middle section, I always say this. Even in the middle class, there are 3 types of classes: upper middle class, middle class, and lower middle class.
Yes.
In the middle, and in the lower middle, there is still सबसे बुरा हाल तो लोअर मिडिल का है, I'll be very honest. So उससे नीचे वाले जो लोअर क्लास है, उनके अंदर अभी we do not go to that level, right? Even when we are going out, we do not get to see a lot of lower middle people, and to be very honest, they are just NGOs who care a lot about them, I would say. But when we as a society look up, we kind of disregard them. So let's get to lower middle. Even for the lower middle, there is a very stark difference. In middle, there is still a difference. In upper middle, there is a difference. I will not say there is no difference. There is still a difference. But yes, the number has decreased.
Yes. So, Lubhanshi, like best ways to upsell at tech companies?
You got me in Manish. So best way to upsell first edtech companies is number 1, website optimization. Okay. By website optimization, I do not mean SEO. SEO is a very long-term process, so I'm mentioning about very small ones. And plus, SEO gets pretty expensive. If you are a startup, you're usually low on resources. Very few startups start with a very fancy budgets. So by website optimization, here I means putting up, let's say, using very smallest of small techniques, optimizing everything. That could include putting up a pop-up, putting up a push-up notification, a nudge, a chatbot, a newsletter. And even in newsletters, I have been saying it always in my posts, in my videos, in everything, that when you're putting up a newsletter, do not put a newsletter as in sign up here and you give a blank or something, a button to sign up. Never do that, but rather give them a value-based sign up so that they are literally enticed to sign up. Either give them a discount and sign up if you can, and if you cannot, give them that why should they sign up for it. They do not want to know about your product. Let's say for a moment, let's assume they do not want to know about your product. It's a very new product and they do not want to get a lot of notifications from you. Just mention what is the reason they would sign up for you. What value are you going to provide them through newsletter? Is it just going to be promotional newsletters? If it's going to be promotional newsletters, I don't think so. There is actually a need to give newsletters. You're going to provide value, mention the value that they're going to get. Make them feel a bit of FOMO that, all right, 60, let's say 1,000 people have already joined the newsletter. I have a newsletter. I have currently around, I launched it 2 weeks back, and I have currently around 700 subscribers, 700 to 800 subscribers. I haven't really checked. 700 to 800 subscribers. And if I'm to publicize it somewhere, I would mention join the community of 800 plus marketers, join the community of 800 plus entrepreneurs, so that it makes a better FOMO that all right, it's a community of people that are going to give me value, that are driving value. Maybe this is something of my use. Make them feel FOMO, optimize your website, use the minimalistic things, if there's that such thing, or how I like to say is छोटी से छोटी चीज को यूज करो, बी इट व्हाट्सएप का वो जो यूजर नेम होता है वो यूज कर लो, या फिर तुम्हारा यूजर नेम है इंस्टाग्राम का वो यूज कर लो. यूज व्हाटएवर इज अवेलेबल टू यू. सेकंड इज क्लीनिंग अप योर ईमेल लिस्ट. हम लोग कैंपेन्स बना देते हैं, ड्रिप कैंपेन्स बना दिए, और कई बार क्या होता है, मार्केटर नहीं है, लेट्स से कोई मार्केटर नहीं है या फिर बहुत न्यू मार्केटर है. I am guilty of this, इसीलिए बोल रही हूँ. I did not have the skill, I am guilty of this. That is what I'm saying. कि कोई न्यू, बहुत न्यू मार्केटर है या फिर मार्केटर है ही नहीं. So founder is doing all the work. So what happens is, तुमने ड्रिप कैंपेन बना दिया, तुमने पूरा एक ईमेल कैंपेन बना दिया कि अब इस दिन फॉलो अप जाएगा, इस दिन फॉलो अप जाएगा, हर 2-3 दिन में एक फॉलो अप जा रहा है, and you're done for, I don't know, 15 days. 15 days का कैंपेन है, you're done for 15 days. What people tend to forget is cleaning of list. अगली बार फिर कैंपेन ऑन कर दिया, लिस्ट तो क्लीन कर लो. The people who have already unsubscribed you, yes, or have bounced, remove them out from your email list. It is decreasing your authority, your account authority. It is decreasing. You'll get and end up in spam. You're sending a, imagine sending a mail to investor and landing in the spam.
Yeah, got
how bad that would give the impression. So cleaning up of list and drip campaigns, nurture the leads. And number 3 is, this is the best tactic. This is the second best tactic. First one was website optimization, and the second best is this tactic that I'm going to tell. That is, give them the taste of the best. There's this proverb in Hindi which says, एक बार खून मुंह को लग जाता ना तो फिर रुका नहीं जाता. Right? So once they get the taste of the best, there is very less chance that they'll again downgrade. अगर उनको 7 days या 14 days का ट्रायल देना पड़ गया, give them the trial for 7 to 14 days. Let them know all the best features that you have. Once they get habitual in 7 to 14 days, there's no going back. They're going to upgrade.
Yes, got it. So one important concept I want to know, how speed track the money.
Yeah, that is from one of my posts, and I read it from my blog by Strategic Profits. That's the name of the website, Strategic Profits. So what in that blog was written was that the author of Strategic Profits has one of his copywriter friend, one of the richest copywriter, and that copywriter used to write a copy which an average in a day, which an average copywriter would take at least a month to write. So for a moment, let's assume both the copywriters are charging same amount of money. A normal one and this richest guy. Both of them are charging the same amount of money. A normal one is going to make the same money in a month, and this guy made it in a day. So you see how money is attracted to speed. And not just this, let's say you get an inbound. I got an inbound, let's say. And immediately at that moment, let's say by God's grace, I was online. I responded back at the same time. They asked me, okay, do you provide personal branding services? I respond with the yes. They say, how much does it charge? I give them my pricing according to the needs, blah, blah, blah. All the conversation is happening. I send him a contract and he signs it at the same moment. Deal closed. What? In maximum 15 to 20 minutes? Or if you say more or less, let's say maximum it would take is an hour, even if we get on a call. Next, let's assume a second case where a person has messaged me and I'm not online. I do not get online for 2 days. After 2 days, I respond back with yes to the question, do you provide personal branding services? After 2 days, I say yes. After 2 days, that person replies back, all right, I want this service. And this is how we take 1 week of conversation. 1 week, it's just the conversation part. We haven't signed a contract or anything. I lost a week of my money. That is how. You're muted.
Okay, so here comes the concept. I understand.
Exactly.
Like, speed attracts the money. So, Lubhanshi, after talking to you, I realized a lot of things: your hard work, your struggle, your smile, your beautiful hairs. So, I want to know that how you want to be remembered, by your beautiful hairs or what?
No, not through my hairs, but through my actions, obviously. So this is something that I believe in, that the best thing you can pass on is passing on a legacy to your kin while you give back to the society. So this is the reason Nitinjay, he is my co-founder at the moment, and myself, we started Kalakum. That is the name of the startup. See, you got it really nice inside. I haven't made public that the name is Kalakum. We started Kalakum, which would, in a sense, end the misery of creators, of these singers, who do not get the right opportunities, who do not get the right ways to step to success, and this usually leaves a scar, a misery, a longing in their heart, that even, let's say, even if that person went to some senior position in some MNC, even at that moment he would have in my mind, man, I wanted to do singing so much, but I wasn't able to. So that is the scar, that void they have in their heart, and Kalakum is trying to set it straight.
Wow.
So that is how we want to be remembered, as change makers and making an impact, making a dent in the creator society for the greater good. That is how we want to be remembered. I know it sounds a bit cliche, but still that is how we want to be remembered.
Great. I wish you all the best, and I wish that the people remember you the way you want, and may your startup goes to another heights, and always be happy. So, Lubhanshi, that's all from my side. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, we got a very less insight into your journey. Please put a light on it.
So, brief idea was like that only, like how, like, it started in lockdown. I was chilling on the couch, and when everyone around me was just scrolling on the reels on Netflix, like iski subscription hai, uski hai, and I was like, ye kya chal raha hai, मतलब मुझे क्यों messages आ रहे हैं subscription के, और I was like, अच्छा ठीक है. Then on one day my mom told me, she came to me and like she told me कि okay Priya, this is a time you need to do something. अगर अब नहीं किया ना तो वो निकल जाएगा हाथ से, वो मौका निकल जाएगा. अभी ये टाइम है. You used to say every time कि मैं यूनिवर्सिटी जाती हूँ इसलिए नहीं मैं कर पाती, मुझे टाइम नहीं मिलता, but this is a time you can do something. And my dad is in police, he's a police officer, so he was always like, okay, don't waste your time, do something productive. And then मैंने गूगल पे सर्च किया, बहुत ज्यादा सर्च किया, इंटर्नशिप के बारे आया, एंड देन आई रियलाइज दैट जो इन्फॉर्मेशन गूगल पे अवेलेबल है रिगार्डिंग टू इंटर्नशिप, it's not accurate and it's not true also. There are 100 other things which there should be, but it's not. And I believe that like because of those things I am not able to fasten up my journey. And that's the reason I wrote a book, Rich Intern, where I mentioned everything, like what is
Send me the link to that book.
Definitely, definitely. It's available on Amazon, Flipkart, Kindle. I will definitely.
Okay.
So basically, then, I just wrote everything, how to land a good internship, what to find internship. Because when I joined the internship, many other students there with me. Some left in between, some left after the completion of their internship, but I was only there. And that makes me very happy because मुझे 6 महीने बाद या 2 महीने बाद इंटर्नशिप चेंज नहीं करनी थी. आई जस्ट वांट टू बी इन वन कंपनी टू गिव बैक टू दैट कंपनी और वो कंपनी मुझे वापस दे. इट वाज माय ऑल आइडिया. एंड in my childhood I used to see myself as a business girl, just suit pehna hua hai.
I know.
You can relate, I guess.
All of us have imagined ourselves like that. But probably how we have imagined up is dressed up really very nicely, walking through doors, walking through cars, and everyone looking at us.
Exactly. And when I started my internship na, jab college wapas khule, I was facing a very hard problem. Okay, I need to handle my studies, I need to handle my internship. But the best part, I'm also proud of myself because of this, I didn't give up at that time. It might take 2 a.m, it might take 5 a.m. It was a time when I don't sleep also. College, internship, a little bit study of again college, then again internship, work, and sometimes I even didn't sleep. But I didn't give up. I told Priya, it's okay. Hard work will pay you. And today is the time the hard work is paying me, and I'm very proud of this. When I started, all these people used to laugh on me. My own college students used to laugh on me, this. But the best thing ki, when they, like, some people used to laugh me on my education, like you belong to this school or something like that. Certain point pe mujhe wo cheeze affect ki, like it affects my mental health. And I think बस एक realization चाहिए थी अंदर से, एक spark चाहिए थी, and I got it. फिर मैं लगी रही and here I am. But अभी भी और मेहनत करनी है.
But yeah, imagine my family, like my very close family, my parents and my sibling, they know what I'm doing. My other family does not know what I'm doing. According to them, I'm sitting at home.
Exactly. Even मेरी ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट हुई है. आई एम अर्निंग गुड, एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग फाइन, सब कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है. स्टिल माय फैमिली वांट्स कि एमबीए कर लेगी ना, हाथ में डिग्री आ जाएगी. आई एम लाइक, ये
बस करो,
होने वाला, बस कर दो. पैसे भी आ रहे हैं, सब कुछ आ रहा है, देन व्हाई? बट अगेन दे आर लाइक, एमबीए कर ले एक बार, एमबीए कर.
Even my mother is after my life. I have literally fought with my parents for pursuing digital marketing and my business. When you start up, your business becomes your baby.
Yes, it's like a baby. एक बच्चा होता है business,
Exactly, it's like
investments.
your total baby. You get so much attached to it that say anything to me, I won't mind. Do not say anything to my business. Do not.
Exactly, I can feel this. Even my mom will call me sometime, Priya खाना खा ले, क्या है business या कुछ नहीं है ना, like mama please मैं आ रही हूँ, don't say like this. So it happens, it happens in this in brown families mostly होता है. But exactly. I think उन्होंने कहीं ना कहीं पे बहुत adjust भी किया है मुझे लेकर, because कई बार timings match नहीं होते थे. Like जब मेरा कोई काम होता था, दे नीड टू गो समवेयर, बट उन्होंने उस टाइम पे वो चीजें कैंसिल की, मुझे प्रेफरेंस दी, मैं टाइम को प्रेफरेंस दी. तो आई थिंक उनका भी हाथ है. आई डोंट थिंक, बट उनका हाथ है कहीं ना कहीं पे, कहाँ पे आप और यू एंड मी. सो आई थिंक
they are there, but still
वो हो जाता.
there is something. People say my parents didn't let me pursue my passion or something. Bro, if it's your passion, tomorrow you love a girl and you want to marry her, are you not going to fight with her parents to marry her? You are going to do it, right? Yeah. So why not for your business? Why not for your passion? Just one. Show them the effort you're making for 1 year. I had just one client for a year with Peter. After I left my job, I got a nice job and I left it for my business. And then I went all into my business and I wasn't really getting a lot of clients, I may say. I had just 1 or 2 clients, and I was putting in all my effort. And usually, what happens is when they see you putting in so much, they will understand. They will understand. They're your parents, they care for you, they will understand.
They just want us to get settled. That's the reason,
They want us to succeed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say settled, because settled can mean a lot of meanings.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. So yeah, basically, this I can feel this, because sometimes what happened, like for example, yesterday I was having some business meetings and I have to be there because it's some business deal was going over there, and at the same time my mother needs to go somewhere to my uncle's house, but she cancelled because of me, and this happened many times. So I believe that, yeah, they are always with me, but just sometimes they say, okay, MBA कर ले, हाथ में आ जाएगी, but मैं उनको यही बोलती हूँ, अब तो पैसे भी आ रहे हैं, सब कुछ आ रहा है, then why? But MBA करवा के ही छोड़नी है.
I know. I have fought with my parents for my chartered accountancy कि मुझे अब CA नहीं करनी है, मुझे अब करनी ही नहीं है. Because the thing happens, CA requires a lot of your time. It requires extensive study, and I have put in that time before entering digital marketing. Now I'm unable to put time over there. वहाँ पे कुछ पढ़ रही हूँ, दिमाग में चल रहा है मार्केटिंग का कि उस क्लाइंट से ये बात करनी है, या ऐसे करके और क्लाइंट्स आ जाएंगे, ऐसे करके बिजनेस ग्रो हो जाएगा, ऐसे करके कला कंपनी के क्लाइंट्स आ जाएंगे, ये है वो है. A lot of things go on and you cannot like focus. And my mother now is after my life. Like I have just given my last sem exams from a distance learning. And now my parents are like, all right, you don't want to do CA? Get an MBA. And I'm like, Mom, please.
No, I can.
थोड़े दिन.
It depends, but I think that we need to explain them, because the support which we get from our family, we can't measure it. Because in the starting days, I still remember, like I just told my dad once that, Dad, I want a laptop. Purana laptop chal nahi raha, I want a laptop. And at that time he told me, okay Priya, let's go to the shop, let's buy it. I told, I need MacBook. He told, okay, let's go to the shop and buy it. And at point of time I thought that I just told it once, and he didn't ask me price, he didn't ask me this, he just told me to get ready and let's go and buy the laptop.
I know.
And at that time I promised myself, Priya, now you are going to buy MacBook from your own money. And I still remember, मैंने अपने stipend से इकट्ठे करके I buy a MacBook for me, and then I told my dad that, see, I bought it from my money. And he was like, क्या जरूरत थी, मेरे पास पैसे है तो हैं.
Exactly.
And it feels me, कहीं पे गुस्सा भी आ रहा था कि देखो मैंने अपने मेहनत से ली है. But at the same time I was like कि वो एक line होती है ना, no one loves a girl more than her father.
Her dad, yes.
And I realized that quote that point of time. So I think that family at the same time is very great support, because they help us. Like still my mother used to make a meal when I am free. She was like ki garam kha le. So I think
that happens a lot.
Consequences और वो सारे होते हैं. So I feel it.
I remember yesterday I was in a meeting with my co-founder and our technical person. So I was like, I will have my lunch later. And there are times I skip lunch altogether. And what she did was, she very quickly opened up the door, came up to my bed, gave me the food, kept the milk on the side, and she went out. I was like, what is this?
No, yeah, they are, great support for us.
Yes.
So
I still remember when my laptop got broken. It got like it's this, what do you call it, keyboard. Its keyboard key went off, and then suddenly I was working on a night and it turned itself off, and I'm turning it on. It got on, but it kind of made me irritated. And in the morning I said that this is not working. Like it caused me problems last night. And he said, all right, let's go and we'll buy a new one. We were already thinking of buying a new one. And I was like, we really thinking of buying a new one? And then we bought a new one. This laptop went to repair, and now I work with 2 laptops. And I was like, I don't actually require 2 laptops.
Yeah.
So that happened. And I was like, all right. And yesterday, LinkedIn's camera is not that very good. Like they have not upgraded the tech. So I was like, okay, now I want a webcam for my LinkedIn lives. I want to do it regularly, and I want to do it every Friday. So I want a webcam so that my audience is able to connect with me better. I look better. I present myself better. It does not downgrades my confidence. And they were like, all right, order it. And we ordered it last night. And I was like, this is cool. This is cool.
Yeah, that happens. So that's all from my side, Lubhanshi.
Yeah, that's all from my side as well. Have a nice day. Have a nice future, as I may say it. And do send me the link of the rich intern. And if any discount, that's available.
No, actually, in the starting, it was an out of stock in 2 days. I was happy with the, what demand it was getting, but yeah, it's now available. It's again on the stock, so I will definitely, if it's not on the stock, I will courier you. Don't worry.
Oh man, that's so sweet.
Okay, so that's all, Lubhanshi. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.